Today we're going to look at some errors. These are the common ones. There are other ones that you may stumble across, but honestly, when I looked up a list of all the errors, there were some of them that I've A, never encountered, and B, couldn't even I couldn't even make the error happen. So these are the ones I've actually seen, and just going to kind of go through what I would do in order to, fix these. There's a couple of functions you can do to nest within it in case this happens, but oftentimes you want to actually correct what's going on instead. So let's take a look. Now, here what I have is the formula text. Now, this function I've been using for all of these videos basically just shows what the formula is. So it's helpful to be able to see rather than you have to click in and then you'll see it up here in the formula bar up here. Here it just shows it. So as text. I did also provide a description. So the first one is the divide error. Now, anytime you see the red, there's going to be a message if you click on it. So here, the error is divide. You can't divide by 0. So in this case, I did 4 divided by 0. So either that's a mistake. There might be a data set that has that in it. So you can either choose to switch it to like 1, and then that would solve it. So adjust it because if it's an error. The other thing you can do with this one, and this will be the remove error, undo, is if you do if error, and the parameters are, here's the value, and then this is the value if it's an error. So you can, again, have those to be blank, or you can say error, whatever you're wanting. So hit enter, and you can see it's blank. Because maybe there would be some times in your formula that actually there would be a 0 there, and you just want it to be blank because it's not possible. You might want to have this error. It just depends on what your data set is. The next one is value, and I can see here, let's see, copy. Let me just put that here. There we go. So value is incorrect data type. So using text value in a formula, that requires a number. So here I'm doing C5 times D5. So if I look over here, and you can click in to see, it's trying to do 499 times Kara Woodward. So that's not possible. Chances are you are referencing incorrect cells, and so you should update like, oh, I meant to do that, and then have, a percentage somewhere. So, change it and make it there. Again, if you actually use the if error, you can also do enter, and that'll clear it. Next one is reference. So this is an invalid reference cell. Now, there's a couple ways that this can happen. This one here is that it's referencing a 100,000. And if I do command down, this only goes to 1,000. So I'm referencing a cell that doesn't exist in this. Sometimes, and the one that I've seen more so would be, let's say that it's 1,001, and you can see it kind of lights up there. So that would do it. E 1.2, that's not a thing too. So, that's not a cell, but E1 is. So let's say we do that. We have the value here. Let's just switch this to, I don't know, G1. So it's 0. But let's go all the way down to A100. And what we're going to do is we're actually clear this. So I'm going to delete this row. So it was there, and now it's not. So we get that same reference. You can see there, it'll put that reference there because it does not exist. So I deleted it. Chances are you need to either re-reference where you're talking about. And oftentimes what I see is if I'm cleaning data and, a reference is going 18, 19, 20, and then I delete 19 for whatever reason, then you would get this reference. So either you would re-reference it like, oh, I deleted a 1001, so now it should be a 100,000 or a 1000. So either re-reference it if that's the issue, or again, you can use is error. And if that's true, is error will give you true or false. If error, there we go, clears it. And you know, spoiler alert, if you use if error, it's going to work for all of these. But again, it's good to check and kind of know. Now this one is a name, so concaten is not a function. I was trying to either do concaten or concatenate. So chances are here is concatenate. And you just simply should finish up what you want. So concatenate, tab, and then now I have it correct. Again, it might be concat, but chances are you need to just replace that there. But again, just to show, undo, undo, Control Z, Control Z. If error, which that is an error, it's gone. Now, this is the NA error, and that is because it did not find the lookup value. So, or it's of a different size. So in this case, it's a different size reference. So in this case, you might, when it's XLOOKUP, so 1, you could do if it's a missing value, that's there, but since it's actually a different size, that's not going to do it. So you could do if NA, and then NA is actually going to be a different one. You could also do if error, let's see, and that works too. Oops. So again, it just depends on it. If you're using VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP, the NA error might help you with instead of the if error, just based off of if you do the if NA, because it might be because it's not found, then it could do something, and then error would be another one. It does depend on how you're nesting too. So, but anyway, last one is just error. So there's an error, and what I did here is that's not a formula, that's not a way. Probably I was trying to do concat or concatenate. You'd have to use the ampersand symbol to combine these two. Chances are if you get the error, you wrote something incorrectly. But again, if you want, if error, and then value. So, oh, that's because sometimes that won't work because it actually thinks like if this is the value, then this one, then there. Since it's NA, it's just completely wrong. So if error is not going to work for that case. Check what you're trying to do and, you know, I guess tweak your formula. So to remove it, you just fix it. So maybe ampersand or and symbol and removed. There we go. So those are the common ones. I mean, again, depending on what you're doing, anytime you see one of those errors, it's good to investigate first. See what's going on, see what you're trying to do, and from there, continue to troubleshoot. For example, if you're using a lookup function, it might be that you get that error because it's not found. So that might be it. If you're looking up something, it might be because it's in, you know, text to number or number to text lookup. And so it's always good to investigate first, but if you know that a lot of times it's going to have those errors for whatever reason, you can use if error, you can use if NA, and then you can put whatever you want for it. So like errors there, whatever. If you don't do that, it is also useful to see what exactly the error is so you can kind of see, okay, this is the issue that I'm having in this. And if it happens a lot, then you can kind of decide, what do I want the end result to look like? So hopefully this makes sense. Hopefully this helps you while troubleshooting. And I will tell you what, anytime you're using Sheets, there's going to be issues that come up. And so it's important to just take it one step at a time, look at what it is, and, you know, just figure out what you can about your data and just move forward in one step at a time. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.